is doing today. It is another beautiful sunny day, and I don't know about you, but it feels like spring is here, and I'm just so excited, in all honesty. So, with kind of that spring in the air, I'm thinking about all the fun stuff I want to do outside. I'm thinking about what can I be doing inside with spring cleaning, and so that is where I kind of got this idea for our DIY video today. Today we are going to learn the proper way to fold a fitted and a flat sheet. So this is my fitted sheet on the bottom. This is my flat sheet on top. In 4-H, we learn about so many different topics, everything from aerospace to drones to woodworking, welding, to animal science and vet science and just kind of everything in between. And a lot of the topics that we learn about are awesome and it gives us that great knowledge base. But a lot of the topics that we learn about, I don't know if you realize this, but they are great life lessons. Life lessons and life skills are things that you can take on throughout your entire life all the way into adulthood. So when we think about life skills, we're thinking about cooking, right? You need to eat every day. We're thinking about financial futures, so learning how to write a check, balance a checkbook. We're thinking about sewing and clothing because we need to wear clothes, right? And we need to make sure that we look nice. So learning how to fold your fitted and flat sheets is a life skill. It will help you with time with making your bed. It will also help with organization in your closet. And so, I'm going to talk a little bit about the difference between a fitted and flat sheet. We're going to start really low at the basics. I'm going to show you how to fold them properly, and then basically it'll be up to you to practice to gain this skill. So this is something that you can definitely learn as a kid. A lot of adults don't know the proper way, and that's okay. So hopefully you will learn today along with me. So when I talk about a fitted sheet, what I am talking about is the sheet that actually goes on your mattress. So it fits on your mattress. So it's the one that has the scrunchy material on each of the corners. So this is your fitted sheet. And I'm actually gonna unfold this and plop it right down there. Your flat sheet is the one that goes right on top. So you go right in between your fitted and your flat sheet on your bed. And a flat sheet, the corners, I always remember they're flat. There's no scrunchy part. There is usually a top where the stitching is different. This goes towards the head of the bed where the pillows are. And I am going to unfold this one too. So, alrighty, let's get started. Now, usually when you present and you are sharing with an audience like I am doing with you today, it's a big no-no to turn your back to them. So I'm going to do the no-no and I'm going to turn your back to you so that you can see what I see, because when you're doing this at home, you need to be able to see the same thing, right, when you're following along. So I'm going to speak a little bit louder, that way you can hear my voice. So when we talk about how to fold a fitted sheet, so the one that goes on your mattress, we're going to turn it inside out. So make sure you see a tag. The stitching will be different. You'll see where the fold is, where the stitch is. You want that on the outside. So you want that to be on the outside. So I'm just going to go through and just make sure that I've got them. I have seen people, like when they fold a fitted sheet, they'll take one corner and they'll jumble it to the next corner and then just find all four corners, gather it in one hand, and then just kind of do that. And then you can put it on your shelf like this, right? Definitely saves a lot of time, but it takes up a lot of space. So, and when you go make your bed, if you're using this, where do you begin? It's going to take longer for you to make your bed. So that's why we're going to do the proper way. So now that I have my fitted sheet inside out, I'm going to take one hand and go to the corner. You can see where the stitching makes almost like a little mitten. And I'm going to find the next corner. And okay, so this is a little bit shorter. So this is the short way. I want to make sure that I do the long way. So it'd be kind of like your head to your foot. So I've got them in here. Now I'm going to turn my back to you. And like I said, you usually don't do this when you're presenting, but this will be the easiest way for you to see so that you can do it at home. So, alrighty. So I've got one hand, I've got another hand. I am going to take my right hand and bring it to my left hand so the palms are touching. Okay. And now I'm going to kind of squeeze my left hand so I can hold it. I'm going to flip the corner over. So my left hand is in there. I'm going to take my right hand and I'm just going to kind of bring this to a nice fold. I'm going to take my right hand, replace where my left hand is, and I'm going to go down and I'm going to shake out the seam. I'm going to cheat a minute because my arms are not that long and hold it while I bring this down. And I see where the other corner is, and I'm going to put my hand in there, and I'm going to do the same thing. So my hands are in the corners like mittens. I'm going to bring my left hand, or my right hand to my left hand. I'm going to squeeze. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to take this corners to make sure that it's like that, nice and all together. I'm going to take my right hand, put it here, and then I'm going to shake out so that it's meeting itself. And then if I hold it like this, which I think you can see, it's going to make a rectangle. At this point, I'm going to want a surface, a clean surface, since this is a clean sheet. You're going to place it on your table, and you want all the edges, so the parts where you folded, you want those up, and you're going to fold it into thirds. So fold 1/3, and just to have it, I always just kind of flatten it out. And you're going to take the other and bring it up to make a third. And then you're going to notice one side is where it's not a crisp, like 90-degree angle, because this is where all the corners are. And then the other side is the fold. So I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the folded corners part. I'm going to bring it in a third, right, and then another third, and voila. This is going to take a lot less space on your counter, or not your counter, in your cabinet or your shelf, depending on where you keep all of your sheets. It is now proper side up, so when I go make my bed, it'll be a lot easier to figure out where the corners are and get my mattress. It's fitted, clean sheet. It's awesome. Do you think you can do this? You definitely can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. So now that we've learned how to fold a fitted sheet properly, I'm going to put this to the side, and I'm going to show you how to fold a flat sheet by yourself. So like I said, the flat sheet is the one that goes on top. It's just a really thin blanket. So we're going to pretend that this is either freshly done in the dryer, so I'm going to be pulling it out of a dryer, or it's in your hamper or laundry basket, depending on what you refer it to as. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find one corner. I'm going to find a corner, and I'm going to hold it, and I am going to look and pull for another corner, for the opposite corner, and I'm going to meet them, and I want the insides to go together, so then the outsides, the part where it would be actually facing up from the mattress, is going to be on the outside. And so you know what the inside and the outside are, depending on if there's a pattern. The one on top is going to be much more defined, and you'll be able to see the inside because the pattern won't be as defined. Or again, looking at your seams, if it's finished, then it's on top. If it's that unfinished, where you can see everything, that's the opposite, that's the inside. So I'm going to bring my corners together, inside facing inside. Then I'm going to hold one. I usually hold it with my right hand because this is my dominant hand. And I am going to hold the corners with my right hand, and I am going to go down for the left one, and I am going to make it, if you can see which way am I going. There we go. Okay, so we've got one corner, so I'm going to leave the corner that's folded down. I'm going to switch my hands to the, so now the corners are holding in my left hand. With my right hand, I'm going to look and find, and I am going to go down and match the liner, or match them. And there we go. So I'm going to bring the two corners together so that all four corners in one hand, and I am going to slide this to this part. And what I usually do is I take my thumb and hold it and kind of make it tight, and then hold it up and then just give it kind of a bit of a shake. And then from here, if you're going to be folding it standing up, it's much more manageable than trying to do it all at once. So then from here, you can use your chin and fold it this way. You can fold it, just kind of depends. Give it another good shake. And then you can use a table or a clean surface to fold it in half, and then you can fold it in half again. And depending on where you're going to be putting your flat sheet, is it going to go on a shelf? Is it going to go into a basket? Does it go into like a hope chest at the bottom? Depending on the space that you're going to use, then you can fold it to fit there. So here is my flat sheet folded, all nice and done and ready to go into its proper storage place. And then, like I said, here's my fitted flat sheet. And again, depending on your space, you can fold it again. You can keep them together. You can keep like pattern sheets, matching sheet sets together. You can put them on different spots. It just kind of depends on what you have in your house to keep organized. So I hope you learned something new today. And I hope that you are able to practice. This is definitely a great life skill to have. It helps save space. It helps when you're making your bed so that it's not all jumbled. Even when you are packing on your way to college, it helps save space in your suitcase or in your box. So I hope you enjoyed our DIY today. The weather is beautiful. I hope that you're able to open up a window and get some fresh air, maybe do something outside and be thinking those fun spring colorful thoughts. So I will see you next week on Wednesday. I hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for stopping by.